and welcome to Kick On. Today's episode is sponsored by Yass Queens Park, the fabulous festival presented by Poof Doof and Holmes Hall, featuring some of your fave Drag Race Down Under Season 4 divas, including Max Drag Queen, Brenda Breast, and Lazy Susan. Yass Queens Park is on Saturday the 30th of November at Queens Park Moonee Ponds. You can win a double pass. If you're over the age of 18 and located in Melbourne, head to the comments section below and tell us what character you'd love to see done on Snatch Game. We'll choose our favourite to win by 10 a.m. Thursday, November 28th, AEDT. Before we start today's video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Ring, ding, 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 dong. Hello and welcome to Kick Ons. My name is Art Simone, and on this week we're joined by extra special guest star Beverly Kills.
Hello! This is very exciting.
Yeah, or should I say Beverly Kills?
Stop. Who is Beverly Kills? And
That
have
is
you
you.
been talking shit about me to come up with that name?
Do you not know the origin?
Of Beverly Kills?
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
What
Yeah,
is
I
it?
mean, it was from a Kick Ons episode on the season you were on.
Oh shit, what are we doing?
I think Lazy Susan was the guest at the time. And we made a joke that Rupaul didn't really know who she was talking to whatsoever. And it was I think it was during the Muriel's wedding moment. And we're like, and here comes Rupaul going, Beverly Girls.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's coming back to me slowly.
Yeah.
RuPaul did once call me Beverly Hills, and he went, Beverly Kills. And I was like, thank you so much, Rand Paul. Are you coming to pick up?
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. We finally got a Down Under diva to dissect the Down Under divas on the Kick On set.
Yes,
It was exciting.
it's very exciting. And I feel it's a full circle moment because we were reviewing you on Drag Race Down Under on our first ever season of Kick Ons.
Oh, that was your first.
Yes,
Oh my God. Yeah,
which
yeah.
was probably traumatic for a lot of people.
Yes. And look at us now.
Look at us now. But tell us, what have you been up to since being on Drag Race Down Under? Sorry, RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under Season 2. You can claim it.
Girl, who cares? I'm just vibing. I don't know. I'm just being a drag queen. When Lazy Susan walked in and was like, I'm a drag queen, spoke to me. I toured a one-woman show called Heaven and Hell.
Yes.
Well, I was originally going to call it Heaven and Heel, but you had a show called Highway to Heel.
Yeah.
And I was like writing all the concepts, and then another queen was like, I think Aunt Simone might be a little snaky.
bit too close to home.
Yeah, a little bit too close to home.
You currently are residing in Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
How's that been for you?
Well, I'm used to the wetness of Brisbane,
Yeah.
not the wetness.
Well,
but
I just got back from Noosa because
Was
we're
that-
doing our show up there, and it was like swimming.
Yes.
Like you'd walk outside, and I'm like, I am swimming through the air.
The more you go up Australia, the
Yeah.
more thick the accent gets and the thicker the air gets.
Yeah.
I've done drag in Townsville. Don't recommend it.
No.
Shout out to all y'all in Noosa.
Yeah, anyone in Noosa?
Noosa, off the beaten track.
Yes, they're through for your catch.
If you guys are sick of Kath and Kim accents, you might want to click off this episode because
Yeah.
it's probably going to get worse.
It's probably not the episode for you because
No.
you've got a lot of Kath and Kim in there, but I think that's great.
Do you remember on tour when I asked you who's Gina Riley?
Oh my God. Yes. Yes, we were touring with the Drag Race Down Under live tour, and I'd just gotten back from filming the Kath and Kim 20-year anniversary reunion special, and I was like, I got to see Gina and Jane Riley, and you're like, who's Gina Riley?
The look I got.
And I was like, this is another, you're like, I think you're like, is this not
I've
another
seen,
Muriel's
like,
wedding?
I know Kath and Kim, but like, I don't know the actresses' names.
Stop it.
So I got the look. I got the that means nothing look in person. And I was
I
like,
think it was more bewilderment. I was like,
no,
is
you
this
were
a bit?
scary. I spent the rest of the tour being like, I don't want to like piss off Art Simone
was like,
again.
what is this?
And I do know now that their names are Jane Turner and Gina Riley.
Yeah, it's probably
And
just from
Magda's-
this episode.
Magda Zubansky.
Magda
Zubansky. Yeah,
Zubansky.
she's great.
Glenn Robbins.
That's Kel.
Yes.
Okay. Darling.
Before we get into the episode, though, I think it's time for the disclaimer. Repeat after me. I will not be an arsehole in the comment section of any of the queens.
Good.
Anyway, so are you feeling a bit dry?
I am feeling a little bit dry. I feel like I'd like something to quench my...
Would you like to
Yes.
moisten your palate? Well, I'd like to welcome to the stage the fabulous, the official tro.
The official tro.
Official tro.
Does an official tro insinuate there's like an unofficial tro?
Yes.
Okay.
There's, oh, Oh, are you already?
That is pointing.
Okay, that is pointed.
Close.
Don't hit a camera, please.
Oh,
Oh,
ow!
oh, that was actually quite a letdown.
Give me that.
Are you normally that much of a letdown?
Yes.
Full glass.
It's lovely.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Miss Beverly Kills.
What?
Give me your thoughts, feelings, and emotions of Drag Race Down Under season 4 so far.
I like it. I
Yes?
was like, I'm a certified hater. Like you know how people like walk into things being like open mind, anything can happen. I
Yes.
walk in closed minded, and it's their job
Yep.
to open me up.
You're like,
Yeah, I kind of walk in pissed off.
Yeah.
And you know what? Episode 1, they killed it. Episode 2, they killed it. Episode 3, they've killed it. So I am very excited to chat about this. And they broke the record for the highest rated thing on
Stan. Number 1 on Stan.
Number 1 on Stan. You're competing with the footy, which is pretty big.
Yeah. What else is on Stan at the moment? All the other Drag Race franchises.
Yes.
So that means technically the most highly rated Drag Race franchise internationally that's listed on Stan. Yeah, I think it's been a really great season.
It's great.
Girl group challenge, as convoluted and strange as it was still really entertaining. My favorite thing of the season so far is that some of these moments have now pushed themselves past the Drag Race bubble and turned into memes or social media moments. Like, for example, Miss Lazy Susan's latest runway made it up onto like the Saint Hoax
That was
Instagram account.
Crazy.
People are looking at Drag Race Down Under again.
Yeah.
And I think that's very, very exciting.
And I think what this cast like has the edge on the other casts is they are lifting themselves up. You know,
Yep.
I feel like this season they're like, we're gonna do merch, but we're gonna do merch where you can all get the same thing, like the pins.
Yep.
And speaking of merch,
Merch watch, merch watch, merch watch. Oh, it's my favorite time of the week because we get to showcase the merch from our fabulous queens. And this week, Brenda Brest is doing something brand new. Are you excited?
it just came out of nowhere.
I know, it's great. It's a surprise.
Snatch watch!
It's very exciting. So Brenda Brest has released another clothing item based on the viral moment of her having a beverage last week. So she's doing the Cheers Babe long sleeve shirt design. Coming out here, the official tro. Oh,
looks lovely. Wow.
That is a good quality print there.
Mhm, a
It's
form-
like you lifted it straight off the episode and just stuck it on your shirt. That's great. How's it feel?
Would you want to maybe use words or just?
No, he's not allowed to.
Oh,
So anyway, go and check out Brenda Brest's fabulous merchandise, like this one here. Do you have any merch you'd like to sell?
no, I don't think anyone wants to buy it. I've not. I'll go get out All Stars.
No, what happened to your t-shirts?
They sold out.
Oh, good
They
on
sold
you.
out. I'm sorry, I can't buy
Oh
them.
my God, stop it.
Oh yeah, no. I did save one for myself.
Yeah.
And I turned it into a crop top.
Oh.
I'm a gay man, and I like to crop tops.
I end up just giving them to the official tro. That is my archive of Art Simone merch.
And what are we talking about? Oh yeah, they lift each other up,
Yes.
and I think that that's really important for like Drag Race Down Under. As we know, I see like so many people across the world feel like we're like the baby sister of the Drag Race
Oh,
franchises.
we are
and
not
we're-
the baby sister. We are the cousin they've locked in the attic that they're like, don't talk about them. No, don't look them in the eye.
They're in there.
Don't look them in the eye.
Yeah.
No. Or what's that rumbling that's happening upstairs? No, ignore it. It's like that episode of The Simpsons where it's like Bort that's up in the you know, there's like the weird version of Bart and he's like, "Roar." It's like Quasimodo. Anyway, that's us. Let's recap on what happened last week. It was the girl group challenge. Miss Lazy Susan won.
Back to back.
Agree or not agree for Lazy Susan winning?
Agree. I didn't. I double win makes it just like you come into this episode so like it's the elephant in the room. You have to talk about it. But she kind of ate them up.
She did very
She
well.
kind of ate them up.
She did very well. And unfortunately, we lost Miss Olivia Dreams.
I liked her.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to eliminate queens, but I always do feel sad. Like when Fofa left, we were like, it's your time. But at the same time, I was like,
Your eardrums were like that.
yeah, they were reprieved. But I was like kind of devastated. Being the first one, everyone is always able to sort of like, there's a bit of dignity with it. Everyone like appreciates. You don't want to be like the second out queen because I feel like that's really embarrassing. Especially on like a Snatch Game episode.
Yeah, that would be quite hard, wouldn't it?
Especially if you're like, or like wearing like a peanut butter costume.
Yeah, I know it would be
Fucking
quite
stupid.
awkward, wouldn't it? But Olivia's gone. We walk back into the workroom. She's left a lovely essay on the mirror saying a lot of things.
Is she saying that she thinks she's getting the winner's edit?
Yeah, or was that meant to be a shady like, I can already see someone's getting the winner's edit?
Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, to be fair, like it's not the winner's edit. She won. So it's kind of like,
yeah, she's not watching anything back, is she?
yeah, it's not. They didn't like CGI Lazy winning the first two challenges. Like she did win them.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, maybe that's just a play on the holographic headpiece.
I have never screamed at my TV before. I felt like a straight person screaming at sports.
Wow.
When the not Telegram. That's the
Close
app.
enough.
That's the app you get.
Hologram.
That's the app I get brownies from.
Telegram is,
Hologram.
Telegram is also actually like a thing.
What do you mean? Oh, like a telegram. Like it's. Yeah, because there's like a
Telegram, like the app. Yeah, okay.
Well, the gram.
Like she'd be saying, "Oh, letterbox." Yeah, like the app. No, you can put letters in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's already a target on Lacey's back because she's won twice in a row. All the girls.
Like pissy, like vibes getting a bit like.
Brenda is a bit. I would be too, and Lucina's like, oh, I've got this because she just won the lip sync, and she's in it for another week.
When you come back winning the lip sync, there's a sense of pride, but there's also a sense of like, oh shit,
well,
I'm getting lower.
You're a lip sync assassin.
But the more lip syncing is good, you get to stay. But the more you do it, you're like, oh, I'm going.
Is this
down.
like your health level?
I'm going down. My XP went down to like 1. I needed like a blue potion from Fortnite.
I lip synced once twice technically, and lost both of them. So, have you got any tips on how to win a lip sync? Because I haven't. And maybe this could help Olivia dreams in the future.
Okay. I do believe that there is a way to win a lip sync on Drag Race.
Yeah.
You have to look at Rupaul in the eyes, or in this case, Michelle Visage in the eyes.
Yes.
Because I think it just shows that you're connected.
And you're present.
So I did a lot of stop. I'm a very manic lip syncer. I do a lot. I just kind of everywhere.
Yes.
But I made sure I was like, stop. And I would just like look at Rue. Sorry.
I just remembered Mini Cooper.
Oh, God. Do you know how many times, like, I can't go to a gay club without someone coming up to me being like, what was Minnie fucking thinking? And I'm like, I don't know.
But I get her thought process behind it because she was dressed as a clown. She's like, what the fuck does a clown do in this moment? They dance like a clown.
It was crazy. And the thing is,
You had that. You had Barrel Roll Kong behind you.
Who else was scared?
But it's a new day in the workroom, and Michelle struts on down in the most glorious pink pussy bow. Very cute look.
Yeah. It's like, it was a cute top,
Yeah, some of the fashion has been really, really fun. I'm still aching. I want her in a giant wig. I want her in a gown. I want her in a 301 eyelash. Just maybe for the finale. Maybe she's edging us all season.
Yeah, I want her to like come in like not dressed as RuPaul, but in like RuPaul level drag.
Yeah.
I want to like get Raven, get Curtis the wig stylist.
Yeah.
I want the whole shebang.
Yeah.
And I want her to gag us.
Go on, just for the finale.
Do it, Michelle.
Come on.
Drag.
Wear a foamy. Michelle, put a foamy on. What do you think? Wouldn't she look like cunt in a foamy?
She would look. I don't know about. Has anyone looked cunt in a foamy?
Yes.
You're not right now. You're not cunt. You're like
camp.
You're camp.
No, but some foamies are quite chic.
Name them.
Michelle's going to do her first kind of table talks with all the queens.
Yeah.
Now, were these petrifying for you, or did you enjoy them?
I didn't like it at all. Did you like it?
Look, I was shitting bricks, but it was really good. It's your one moment to be, you're there with RuPaul. She's talking to you directly, or Michelle, and you get to prove yourself. You get to kind of really have a moment to stand out amongst the rest.
Yeah.
So
solo chats are important. Well, look at Minnie Cooper, like aced it. That was the best part of the episode for her. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And as soon as Minnie was like, if you make Rue laugh, we know this.
Yeah.
But if you make Rue laugh, you truly will win.
Yeah.
That is the way to do it.
Yeah.
And Minnie proved that by losing. So.
And I proved that too because I had a really great table read when I did a table talk when I did Snatch Game, and all the eyes were on me, and then I was eliminated.
Did you bring any backups for Snatch Game or just Bindi?
Yeah, I brought Kath, but I wanted to save it for the runway.
Sure.
I had Kath there with me, but I really wanted to use her for the runway category rather than a Snatch Game category.
Yeah.
So I did it.
Yeah.
And I think that worked out for me in the long run. Who's currently on
You're
show
touring.
number 57, dressed as Kath and I? Who's been on the 20th anniversary episode of Kath and Kim?
Exactly. And Val Garland follows me back on Instagram.
Well, I was going to say...
Liza Minnelli doesn't know you exist, Hannah.
Before even Michelle walks in the room, I apologise.
They take out their costumes.
They take out their costumes, and we find out that there's two people that are looking to do Ms. Claus.
Ms. Claus.
Ms.
From
Claus.
the Bronx.
And Mrs. Claus. We got Freya who wants to be Ms. Claus. Max who wants to be Mrs. Claus. I'm not interested.
I feel like made up characters is a little bit of a cop out. And let me tell you why.
No. I think it's a very valid thing.
It's just, I don't think it, the Snatch Game is interesting because it's about, like, obviously it's about being funny. And as a Snatch Game professional, I'm telling you this.
Yep.
It's about being funny, but it's also about, like, the celebrity impression.
I feel like this challenge, Snatch Game itself, was born out of impersonations.
Yeah.
Because that's what was a kind of big bread and butter thing for the American drag community. Because it was always like, who do you do? Who do you do?
Who do you do?
Cat Stay Night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do Lady Gaga.
Oh, Little Monster.
Yeah, big monster. My backup was, I was thinking of doing Siri for Snatch Game.
Ah, but were you going to call yourself Deary?
But it was like,
Neary.
it was kind of already done because Gigi Good did the like robot
Can
assistant.
you do a bit of Siri for me now?
No.
Michelle Visage's snatch is so large.
I'm getting like
She
PTSD.
needs
No.
a blank
Stop it.
to
I
tame
know. I
it.
hate it. It's not funny. Like I don't want you to finish the sentence because I'm like getting the same like war flashbacks.
Isn't it terrifying?
It's awful.
So we're going into our table talks with Michelle. The first group that steps up, we've got Freya, we've got Brenda, and we've got Kana.
Yeah.
Kana is decided to be one of Eddie Murphy's characters.
Did you know this character?
No. And even if I did, I don't think I would recognize it because what saying did she say?
How you do it?
How you do it?
And I'm like, oh, so you're Eddie Murphy as Wendy Williams.
They're already setting up that this is a bit of a questionable one, but I don't think they had to work very hard in editing to make it appear that it was, oh, come on.
She's being shady.
How you doing?
Kana, fight back, girl.
Ding dong, shut up. Then we've got Brenda, who's going to be Gina Riley as Sue, not Prue or True, but Sue.
Finally.
Is it funny she's being Sue so they don't sue about copyright?
Not that funny.
No. Although I don't think she actually knows. She's like, I know. You're I know.
You're the thing.
Yeah.
You're the guy.
And then Brenda finally lets her breathe and goes, Gina Riley. She's
Yeah.
like, yes.
Yes, my friend Gina, who I know
Yes.
personally well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm very excited this week because we've got Mandy Moobs as Kath, we've got Brenda Breast as Sue/Prue/True, all the above. Because I'm currently touring Australia with Fountain Lakes in lockdown, the drag parody play. So as of January 17th, we'll be at Fringe World in Perth doing our show Fountain Lakes in lockdown and the Aurora Spiegel tent. Is that exciting?
Great drag.
Yeah. Aurora Spiegel tent.
Aurora Spiegel tent.
Stop it. But the tickets are on sale now, so go to fountainlakeslive.com if you want to go and see one of our fabulous shows, all right? So we go down to Freya, who is presenting Erica Jane. Is she a housewife?
Yes, Beverly Hills.
Right. Oh.
She has the song.
Oh.
It's expensive
to be me. Oh, okay. Maybe I do know
See, you know
Housewives.
Housewives.
Who's that one that has the song that's like limos, cars, things?
Oh, chic, c'est la vie.
Yeah.
Karen from Finance. I don't know.
Speaking of everyone, Karen from Finance's new single, I Won't Be Home for Christmas, is out now, streaming. So if you like Christmas tunes and drag queens who sing them, go and check out her original Christmas song.
Editing room, don't cut that. You're a natural. That was fantastic.
No, it's very true. I'm very
So
excited. I'm
smooth.
actually on the countdown because we're filming before it comes out, and it comes out in like 10 hours. I can't wait.
Great.
So suddenly, Freya does a bit of a 180 and decides, no, I'm sticking with Ms. Claus.
Because she told Max that she wouldn't do
Yeah.
it. You shady bitch.
Well, in the moment, you got to shine.
I would happily throw someone else under the bus. Like, I would do it.
But wait a second. Haven't they been smooching the last 2 episodes?
I think they're setting up a storyline.
Ooh, well, they missed out on the storyline this time.
Who cares?
Unless
Yeah.
they have a big fight next week.
That
I
would
can't
be
believe
good.
you went as Ms. Claus and you're the reason that I was in the bottom. But that won't happen.
And that means nothing.
It does. Next group, we have got the Safe
The
Queens.
safe. Already, shade out the gate.
I know.
Shelley Visage.
I know. Michele Bakagi.
Mother Nature?
Another
Not girl. Not real.
No.
And like,
Do you know what I would have loved if she did Mother Nature, but she just said Mother has arrived? Because, you know, Mother Nature, you could go 4 seasons, so she could be really angry for one moment and then be really like happy and airy for the next, and then be really sad and wet for
Is that
another
what you
one.
think of women?
No, not at all.
I think she was onto something with the pollution idea. Like she
Yeah.
was onto something. She should have like finished the Snatch Game. You know, like those sad pictures of the turtles. With, like, the beer
Oh my
cartons
God, stop.
around her. She's like, I'm joking.
Stop. Do you know what? I really have warmed up to Nikita because she just doesn't give a fuck.
No.
She's just happy to be there.
She's the queen that does like the you could never. And props to your mama.
And it's not like she's delusional. It's not like she's got her head up her ass. She's just so happy with herself and comfortable in her own skin and just doesn't let anyone else affect her whatsoever.
No, and like she's not like, as we have established in the first episode, she's not like the face of the Sydney scene.
No.
But she walks in with such a confidence and she owns it. It's not arrogant. It's not annoying. It's so natural.
And then we've got Max, who suddenly can't do Mrs.
Miss
Claus.
That was weird. That's crazy.
So she has to do Reese
Nicholson.
with a spoon.
No.
Well, no, that's the thing.
We-
because she kept saying, I've got Reese or I've got Mother Nature.
And Reese was not referred to
It
as
was
to
just
which
Reese.
one.
And we're Drag Race Down Under viewers.
Yeah.
Reese means
Nicholson.
Reese Nicholson.
Yeah.
Speaking of, have you seen Ivory Glazer's impersonation of Reese Nicholson?
Scary.
Haunting.
Really good. Like good scary.
Like haunting.
Hi, I'm Reese Nicholson.
Yeah. I'm Reese Nicholson.
Awesome.
So that's what I thought that Max was going to do. I was like,
And
oh,
to do it in front
naughty.
of Reese would have
Yeah.
been
Hilarious.
Cunt.
And then it's at this table talk that we realise that she means Reese with a
The
spoon.
less funny Reese.
Instantly, we were like, well, what if it was Reese without a spoon? Or
Reese with a knife.
Reese with a knife. Hi, I'm Reese with a knife. Cutting edge. But...
And it's not
Michelle Visage's hair is so big, she needs a blank to brush it.
I feel like Lucina being like, I don't have anything nice to say, so I'm not going to say anything.
And then we've got Vibe, Lazy, and Lucina.
Yeah.
So Vibe is going to do Julia Childs.
I feel in safe hands with Vibe. Like, I feel like Vibe could give me a plethora of celebrities, and I'd be like, I feel safe and comfortable.
Yeah, I feel nervous when I hear Julia Child because it was Milk that did Julia Childs. Is it Child or Childs?
Child.
One child?
Child.
Or multiples? Children. Julia Children. See, we're just doing it the job for them. It's just so funny.
Snatch Game experts.
God, this is... Can I just... Us talking about Snatch Game...
No, keep it in. Tell the children.
No, I'm leaving it
Tell
in.
the kids at
And
home.
us critiquing them is just proof. Don't listen to what we have to say.
No.
We are just shit-talking dickheads who think we have an opinion that matters when we don't.
Yeah.
Because they're there, we're not, and we fucking failed.
I critiqued Lazy's runway for not being sheer on Instagram, and then someone responded, well, you don't get it, Beverly, and you're just some person from season 2 that no one remembers. And I was like...
Well, you follow me and you commented, so...
They don't follow me. So that was rude.
They hunted you down.
They found me.
Maybe they unfollowed you when they sent that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lazy.
Oh, we should do a whole segment on hate mail.
comments?
My favorite I got
Dramatic
recently was
readings.
like, you're no good. Back to drag bingo for you.
No, Back to Drag Bingo
I
is
know,
such
it's
a
like-
read because like it's like we do bingo. Like
I love bingo. Then we've got Lazy Susan, who presents not one, not two, but three. Three options for her Snatch Game. She starts with
Far lap. Yeah, well,
Far lap.
based on the Melbourne gays and their addiction to ketamine, I feel like it fits.
Well,
Now clock that tea.
I know that she auditioned with Far Lap, and I've seen little snippets, and hilarious.
Okay, Lazy, post
Hilarious. Yeah,
Release
please,
the
Lazy,
tapes.
please release the
Release
tapes.
the tapes.
Because it's very funny. Then we've got Werner Herzog.
Which we have seen on her.
How do you say his last name?
Werner Herzog.
That one.
Yeah. We saw it on Instagram. It's like went viral.
Yeah.
Love it.
Because that was another audition tape. Because for, was it your season? You had to do Kath and Kim?
It was my season, yeah.
Yeah, so...
sausages. Bring me the I'm sorry, mother.
So Lacey took it one step further. She did a Kath and Kim acting
One
challenge.
played by Gina Riley and the other played by Werner Herzog. Crazy.
It is one of the
and
most...
it wasn't even a Snatch Game. That was
No!
her acting
That
challenge.
was just an acting challenge, and it is one of the most rotted, confusing, terrifying things.
I want to live a day in the mind of Lazy Susan.
So we got these great two options, and then she decides to pull out a red wig. Oh, preface this. All the shots of her in the workroom as they're getting ready for this, just sitting there with a red wig and no makeup on.
Crossy tea.
With the lace uncut by that point too. There was once a queen in Adelaide that didn't know that you cut the lace. And she would wear it down like right through to like her makeup, like her eyeshadow. I said, no, that's very theatre of you. That's musical theatre.
That is theatre.
Yes,
yeah.
maybe she's just, from the musical theatre world.
I hate that.
But we've got Lindsay Lohan. But we don't get to see in person any taste of what Lindsay Lohan
we will
is.
not see Lindsay Lohan in the workroom.
And then finally we have Lucina as Tabitha.
Tabitha takes over.
Yes.
I don't actually know who that is. Apparently she's like an Instagram.
No, she's a hairdresser, and she had her own reality TV show where she went to random hair salons.
I'll add it to the list.
And I don't know, made the businesses better. How do you
she's like the Gordon Ramsay of haircutting.
Literally, yeah.
What are you?
Or like the who's that hotel lady that goes and fixes the hotels?
Idiot sandwich.
Hotel inspector. But she would go, I'm Tabitha and I'm taking over.
I think Lucina has an ability to let loose, and she just felt more comfortable letting loose when she was like in the Snatch Game character. So you just got to channel that.
Yeah.
Have you seen? And Lucina's funny. Have you seen her song? She has a song. It's called Pidgey Girls, and it's a parody of Iggy Azalea's Pretty Girls. All around the world, Pidgey girls peck the crumbs up off the floor. Do you not know what I'm talking about? Has anyone in this room seen Pidgey Girls? Okay, overlay it here.
So we're already kind of getting a hint that something is a bit off with Max. Also with the cast, they all seem a little bit tired.
Yeah.
Which I totally understand.
Going into Snatch Game, you're stressed. I get it, girl.
They've also shot the promo, episode 1, episode 2, back to back. They're up to episode 3. They haven't slept. The lead up to Drag Race in itself is an absolute nightmare.
They've already done like a month and a half, 2 months worth of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So I feel like they are already running on a bit on empty, but one person in particular, Max, seems to be really out of sorts or not quite there. We don't know at the time whether it's because they've already prefaced that Max isn't excited about the challenge whatsoever, but it seems beyond that.
Yeah, and Max is the sort of person, like anyone who's met Max, they're one of those queens that have just got it, so they kind of glow a bit. So like if something's wrong, you can kind of tell because they're like, they've kind of like there's something on their mind and you can tell. Like they wear their heart on their sleeve, which is why I think they're so endearing.
Yes.
So yeah, I definitely felt for her. I was scared for Snatch Game and like I get it. I fucking get it.
Yeah. Speaking of Snatch Game, we're not doing Snatch Game. We're doing I'm a Celebrity, Snatch Me Out of Here.
All Stars, I'm Pregnant, the remix. Like, it's a lot.
Oh,
wait, I'm pregnant? What?
What
was that?
I don't know. Reveal?
Yeah.
That will title the video. Beverly's pregnant, another drag child.
Oh, God. I do have a drag child.
Oh, my God, stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Tie your tubes.
I know.
Tie them.
I'm one of those queens. I'm like, I've done drag for 3 months, so I have an entire drag family.
So they've said, okay, how do we make Snatch Game a little bit interesting? We're going to split them up into 2 teams. The 2 teams don't actually mean anything.
Nope.
They're not battling out against each other. And we're going to cover the main stage with a backdrop and dirt and a plant and a campfire with glitter foam.
And dirt.
Dirt. And 2 camp chairs.
Oh, the chairs are camp, are they?
They are camp chairs. Look, I understand we're trying to do different things. This didn't add a...
What's wrong with Snatch Game?
Like, if they wanted to make it I'm a Celebrity, Snatch Me Out of Here, why didn't they bring out, like, bugs that they had to eat? Why didn't they make them jump into a river?
Yeah.
It was like, I just don't know the point.
Like, when they do the Snatch Game of Love, there's the other...
They at least change
the
it.
contestant, and you have to, like, make them fall in love
Like,
with
imagine
you.
if it was, they had to do challenges, but as a celebrity.
It happened on the All Stars 1, and they do the gaff-in.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Sure, it made some camp visuals of Michelle standing in a jungle. and a campfire. I'll take it.
It was fine. Like it didn't take away from the Snatch Game, but it could have just been normal Snatch Game, and
Yes.
we wouldn't be having this conversation.
And the other thing they did by splitting it into 2 teams, I don't know if that made it better for a viewer. It would have made it a lot better for a player because I had to do it with 9 different queens on my season.
Oh God!
As a player, you've only got 4 or 3 other
Yeah.
to battle against.
Easier to stand out, but also easier to like if you're flopping, it's easier to notice. But I do appreciate that we get more time with the introduction because I think the question can sort
True.
of like throw the queens to the sharks a bit much.
Yes.
Whereas like sometimes when they have like the planned jokes, they're usually the most funny bits, so they can like whip them out.
Yep.
Yeah, people come to Snatch Game with like little notes.
Yes.
I did at least. Did you have notes?
Well, yes, and I was distracted because their podiums had little bamboo things. I was like, they can hide what's in front of them. How exciting.
Yeah, I'm playing Nintendo Switch. I'd be like, I'd be doing like the Wordle, and they're like,
I'm
Val Garland. Oh, ding dong.
Ding
Sorry.
dong. So our first group, we have Lazy, Max, Kana,
Vibe.
Freya.
Yes.
Already we see Kana is not there.
How you doing?
She looks, I don't know if she looks like the character.
I don't know. It was just.
She looks funny though.
It
so
was.
I don't know.
It was just too niche.
I don't know if she looks the part. She's saying, how you doing? I mean, I'm finding it funny, but not for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, what is going on?
It's definitely silly. Like,
Yeah.
it's silly. So it's kind of lighthearted.
Yes.
She didn't have, like, sometimes people go into Snatch Game with that nerve and you can tell they're, like, hating it. Kana was
Yes.
at least, like, lighthearted and kind of silly
Yes.
and airy. So it was
Yeah.
kind of, it didn't make coming to Kana, you didn't get that,
Yes.
But I came to Kana and I was like, that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Vibe, who's doing really well. She's doing a few little one with us.
Georgia!
She's also volleying. Well, they're showing that she's volleying. That's it. That's the other thing I want to say is this group was cut so short.
Quick.
We got one answer from each of them.
Yes.
Boom, you're out.
Yeah.
So what
Another
they've
bigger group.
Yeah. So what we've shown is that Vibe is volleying with people, which is great. She's integrating all the other characters that are there. So she's doing well. We've got Max as Reese Witherspoon, who her accent is there, it isn't. It's tough.
She's not much of a character already. And then like I don't think Max fully committed to the character. So it just kind of felt a bit like very neutral.
Yeah,
like
and
kind of nothing really happened.
And then we've got Freya as Ms. Claus. I cannot remember a single thing that came out of her mouth.
She's like disgruntled Mrs.
Yeah,
Claus. Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of the
Yeah.
vibe. I feel like it could have been. I would have liked to have seen more from Freya, and I feel like it could have been good. Like I don't think it was probably terrible.
No, but we just didn't have much to react to.
Yeah, I think that has potential to be like a good spot number, like a Mrs. Claus like coming out and like smoking and like being a bitch.
And then we get to Lazy Susan.
Who has landed on Lindsay Lohan. I kind of, out of the 3 she presented, I wanted the other 2 more. So when she's like,
Can I
I'm
say
Lindsay.
something controversial yet brave?
Oh, are we leaning in?
I don't like it.
Really? Oh, I thought it was funny. It was just like
I didn't get it.
it was just I didn't get it either, but it was absurd. Mrs. Susan she's an absurdist.
But
She's closer to a clown than a
Werner
drag
and
queen.
Farlap are so funny.
Farlap was crazy.
And like so funny. And maybe it's because it's I did the same thing. I was Bindi Irwin and no, I think I did it quite accurately. I think I sounded just like Bindi Irwin, actually. But maybe it's a bit of PTSD from that moment. But I also only saw one answer.
It was safe.
That's all I saw.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
I feel like I wanted more time because I think knowing Lazy, she would have developed the
Yeah.
character over a few
Yeah.
questions.
Well, do you know the best thing of all, though? She ends up being safe, by the way, if you're watching along
Spoiler
with us. She got to use that table talk to show off the other 2 characters as well really, really well.
Yes.
So I think as a whole, as an edit for an episode, you'd be pretty happy
It was
with
still
that.
a good episode.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, good for her.
Yeah. Okay. We had them for a second. We're on to the next group.
In and out.
We've got the ones left. We've got Kath Day Knott, which is Mandy. We've got Sue, who is Brenda. We've got Mother Nature. And then we have
Lucina.
Oh!
Tabitha, who's taken over.
I want to start with Lucina because she looked just like Tabitha.
I did look at it. I haven't seen it. I looked at a picture. Picture's correct.
She looked, and the way she did her makeup was transformative. She looked really cool. And I do instant hats off for the transformation itself because that is a really big part of it.
I was nervous for her. I was kind of clenching my butthole just a little bit because she was like a back-to-back bottom.
Yes.
And I was like, oh no, is she going to flop? Is she going to flop? And I was like,
I don't know if she...
this is okay.
Yeah, I
like
don't think
this.
she flopped. I think she was very fine.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Like that is
Safe
such...
on Snatch Game.
Oh, couldn't imagine. I don't know what that is.
No, couldn't be us.
No, I would have loved if I was safe.
Oh.
Mother Nature. I see what was attempting to be done.
The attempt was made. We understood what you were trying to attempt.
I love the sheer unafraidness. You know, she's just going for it.
Yeah.
She had some little bits that she did, some like, the microplastics.
Yeah.
I didn't understand much of it.
She came in with the jokes ready, like she had them all written down. There was no
And-
improv happening.
No, and she had the bits that she was ready to
all.
do, which is part of Snatch Game. But on the flip side, you have to be present in the moment.
No, it is low. It's definitely low. And I was like, Nikita, you're in danger, girl. Sometimes you just need to think in the box and do the obvious choice.
Yeah. It
And that
actually
works
does
so
pay
well
off.
for us.
It just really just pays off. But speaking of people that it does pay off for, we've got Mandy Moves as Cat Day Night. We've got Brenda Breast as Sir. Mandy, I'll preface this. I know Mandy does Kath, and she has for years, and she's the biggest Kath and Kim fan. I mean, she could places high. What does my opinion matter? But it wasn't quite there for me.
You didn't love it?
No.
I can.
She said the lines, and she had a bit about her mango espadrilles,
Yeah.
but she said espadrilles really weirdly, which really confused me. But
How dare she?
no, but I was just like, that's not even. Well, I thought you do the voice, right? She sounded more like Prue than she did as Kath.
Well, I think Prue behind her. Sorry, Sue. Don't sue me. Was kind of influencing her tone a
Yeah.
bit. I think Mandy could have gone slightly like harder. Like,
Yes.
Like Kath is a ham.
Yes.
So I think she could have really hammed it up. Pardon the pun.
I'm nitpicking because I've been living my life as Cat Day Night for the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Every single week. So my brain is so in there. But if I was an outsider, I'd probably like, Camp, get it.
Yeah.
You got the look. You said the lines. You did the quotes. Great.
And it was funny. And she came with the bits. She was like, I've got the mango.
Yes,
clacky
espadrilles, and then I've
mules.
upgraded to those. I will say, though, points deducted because I didn't see a parrot earring.
What were the earrings? She had earrings on. They were like dangly something.
Yeah, they were like...
rainforest.
Yeah, look, they were a Cat Day Night-esque earring, but I would have liked a parrot.
You're such a fan that you're like, if it's not
Yes.
if it's actually not the one
would have
that
liked a
Jane Turner
parrot.
wore,
Well.
therefore, do you reckon where are they right now?
Oh, I know where they are.
Oh,
So
Could
when
you
I filmed the they all live in a storage unit, but they brought them all back out when they did the 20-year anniversary. So I got to look through all the costumes, and they showed me this tray, and I've got pictures of it. There's like 2 fishing tackle boxes of all her different earrings.
were you like nutting?
Yeah. And then there was like Ebony Ray's wedding dress, the one that Kylie wore. Oh, Kid in a Candy Store. One day that they'll hopefully be
For the 30 year.
in a museum. Maybe they'll do a retrospective, and I'll wear the wig.
Yeah.
Tonight, the role of
You
Cat
can
Day Night will be played
interview
by
them.
Fart Simon. And speaking of Fart Simon, that's me. But what I'm not is Brenda Breast because
Girl.
she did so well. She
Burnt the building, clocked the tea, ate the pussy.
I mean,
Loved it.
they couldn't feed it to us any other way because she's the only one we saw. So, but
They made sure that
we knew
Brenda was
Yeah.
the winner. They
Yeah.
were like, look at this prized chook.
Yeah.
Like, we love
yeah,
her.
and everything they showed was
It was great.
immaculate.
It's perfect.
She had the voice. She did the quotes. She had her own little bits that made sense. She twisted her answers to make sense with the answers that she needed to give.
The CD?
The CD that was blurred, apparently, was a seduction CD.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Why can't they show that?
I don't know.
Okay. But then we could show the RuPaul chocolate
We could show the
bar.
RuPaul chocolate
RuPaul
bar.
will get that
Maybe
50 cents
RuPaul.
off that
Maybe
chocolate bar.
maybe RuPaul was like, no.
We are not promoting outside products.
No.
It's like how they couldn't say the voice. So they were like, the singing show.
But she does incredibly well. She's bantering with everyone. She's volleying with everyone. She's working well with Kath. But in that moment, I was like, fuck, I wish that Mandy did
other
True.
shopkeeper.
Or did Prue. Them bantering would have been hilarious and could have been a double win.
It was great. Brenda, you're a star. Great job. And you can tell she does it because she does that character all the time. And like, I think that's the secret to Snatch Game.
It's her week to shine. She did really well last week, but didn't quite get it. But she's looking pretty good this week. So after Snatch Game, it's the next day. We're getting ready for the runway, and that's where everything. We've been getting these vibes with Max that something's not quite right, and it does rise to the surface. She breaks down essentially and reveals you know, that she's been having a hard time because she's had a death in the family, her mother. I can't even fathom going into Drag Race when something like that has just happened. But I totally understand her mentality of going on Drag Race because you only get that call once.
Yeah. It should feel worse if she like decided not to go, I feel. So
Yeah.
like I'm glad that she like chose to shine, and I'm glad she chose Drag Race because she's an incredible queen. I'm so glad she chose not to dim her light. And what I loved is that everyone got to see how the drag sisterhood works in those moments. That's community. I'm like, oh, that's where the sisterhood. For as much as we rag on each other in dressing rooms and make fun of people's outfits and whatnot, and reading is fundamental, we have the opposite of that, which is we look after each other.
I'm glad that she's felt comfortable enough to mention it and talk about it.
Michelle asks her later if she's okay to continue in the competition. So like I appreciated Michelle sort of giving her that grace to, you know, give her a second to check where she was at and prioritize herself. And shout out to Max for having the strength to keep going.
She shouldn't have to share it with anyone, let alone the whole world, you know. But I'm glad that she did because it allows other people to see that it's okay to grieve, it's okay to feel, it's okay to have emotion, and there's nothing to be ashamed about.
We love you, Max.
We love you, Max. Oh, do you need a little top up?
I'm ready. Top
up.
I'm not allowed to do that. Thank
No.
you. That was shit poor. You will never get a job as a sommelier.
That's a big word.
Yeah, and he's a bit smelly. Eh?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Okay, so it is the runway time.
Dun, dun. The silhouettes. Straight
I
away,
love
I was
that
like,
they've been doing
RuPaul's back.
this.
And I was like, oh, it's Kidda.
Oh, yeah. So we're back on the runway. We've got Ketamine looking absolutely incredible. Love this look. Love.
She is like one of the best makeup artists
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
It was awesome.
She's wearing Passion Couture costume. It's all blues and purples and cool tones. Michelle walks down in leopard print.
Right into the jungle. Yep.
Yes, speaking of, we've got Reese there with a big tiger
A brooch.
And then we've got Lady Hawk.
I didn't know she was a Kiwi. She was like, she had that nice little like.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lady Hawk.
I'm Lady Hawk.
I sing
Playing with my delirium. It's time for the runway, and the theme this week is Queen of the Desert. You didn't. No, you're joking.
Oh,
no,
Queen of the
No, you're not.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Sorry. I didn't clock.
Queen of the Desert.
Only when you said it like that, I was like, oh, it's a Priscilla.
Fun fact, did you know that Lazy Susan has a independent movie she made when she was in uni called Priscilla, Queen of the Desert?
And it's set in the iconic Australian restaurant of Sizzler.
Anyway, just a funny little tidbit for you. So our first runway, we have Vibe as a Pavlova
Wedding dress
with prolapses all over it and 2 bedazzled cherries on top.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I didn't like it.
Okay.
It wasn't for me. But the reason was, if you're meant to be a cake or something like that, the skirt was like really just hanging there.
I think she could have done well with like a boning or like a crinoline or like a, what's the thingamajiggy?
A petticoat.
Petticoat.
Yeah. Any of those to like really give her that big, broad, giant skirt. Because she had this train to it too, and it all just went...
Top half was quite strong.
Yeah.
Bottom half, I just don't think the shape made sense as it went down.
It's a shit.
Shit?
Yeah, it's a shit.
But like, it was
all right, you don't
it's
sign.
a good shit.
No.
You ever have a good shit?
Okay.
Like, sometimes you do a shit, and it's like, that's
I just think the concept got lost in the execution. Yeah.
If she wore a petticoat, I'd be titting, but it is shitting.
Okay. And next up, down the runway, we have Max Drag Queen in this Katy Perry California Girls.
Wedding cake, but less.
Wedding cake, bikini. First thing I thought when I saw it was, you know that trend of doing those phone cases with the icing on it and then you stick all the little charms in it?
Yeah.
She obviously went to one of those courses. I liked it. The only negative I have is the bikini bottom was a bit nappy-ish because it was...
Right.
It was adding a lot of bulk as well.
Yep.
But that was my only critique.
Sure.
It's simple,
Yeah.
but when you look like Max, you can...
Bitch, you could never.
Yeah,
that's what it
Can you
is.
imagine if I walked down that? Horrific.
I did take umbrage, big word, with the fact that her boots and her gloves were like stark white and her bodice section was like kind of like a creamy.
Yeah.
I think that would have been nicer if it matched. Sew a fabric over the boot and the glove.
Yep.
It just felt like a comfy performance outfit. I think.
Well, I don't think it looked comfy at
for
all.
a runway, I feel like I would have loved a bit more of like
grandeur.
more of a production maybe, like
Yeah.
a robe or a cape or a train or a big wig or something. It all just was kind of to the body. There was no silhouette.
Also, her makeup this episode,
Mugged boots.
you would never know that she was having a little cry earlier.
Yeah, it's muggy, like
Muggy. It doesn't excite me, but it's not bad, so I'm giving it a soft tit.
I'm gonna give it a soft shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it. Next up, down the runway, we have Freya Armani, who is chocolate with some churros. This is
8.
gorgeous.
8.
I love it.
4 plus 4. 8.
I love it. Compared to last week where I had no idea what the vision was.
What was last week?
The mother stump tree with woodland nymph green face. This
8.
knew exactly what it wanted to be.
Hair, laid, outfit,
the drips,
on,
the stoning
drips.
on the body.
Tits.
So good.
I loved it.
I loved that it was all PVC, so it was all shiny, so it looked like liquid. Love it.
Great job, Freya. Really,
Tit,
it was a tit. It was definitely a tit for me.
Next up, down the runway, we have Lazy Susan as
Lazy Susan. It was inevitable. Like, we knew at some point this season. I was expecting her entrance to, like, walk in and be like... Barbie crotch.
Oh, okay.
We have to talk about it.
Look, there's some fit issues. And there was a Barbie crotch with a singular thingy. I would have liked
was it a heart or a cherry?
It was a cherry.
But I think I can forgive fit issues when there's so much happening. She put her arms up and when she walked out, I went, does it spin? Does it spin? Does it spin? It spins!
My favorite thing is she did this move where she spun, but the table stayed in the same position.
Cunt.
So cool. It was like that Lady Gaga gyroscope costume she has. The fact that she packed that up and put it in a suitcase and managed to reassemble it.
Like, there's so much to go wrong with drag,
Well,
and nothing's gone wrong.
If you haven't seen, Lacey's been doing these dissections of all her runway looks. And she even mentioned that one of the issues with the holographic fan from last week is that they almost confiscated her battery at the airport when she was trying to get over to New Zealand. She's like, well, that's it.
Scary.
Game over.
Yeah.
End of an era. Look, it's definitely a tits. There's no way.
It's a tit. Brown pants.
And it really makes me
Barbie crotch.
hungry
what are we gonna do about it?
for some cake. The stoning is so impeccable. It just makes you want to eat it up. It's a tricky thing with stones on Drag Race because sometimes the lighting is so shit they don't sparkle, but these were blinging like crazy.
It was really
not
blingy.
these because this is just happens to be a
really nice
really nice cake, but the ones that we saw were so good. 60 hours.
It's a lot of work.
3 million stones. I don't know what it is about stones though, but it's like the texture makes me so excited. I don't know if it's an ASMR thing or like, especially when they're all different sizes like they were. Oh,
What?
do you know if I step on gravel, it makes me feel good. I like the crunch.
You're having like an ASMR moment. You could probably step on a rhinestone. I stood on a rhinestone last week mid-number and I felt it.
No, that's not fun because that just sticks to the bottom of your shoe and then you hear scraping glass. Oh, sorry, plastic.
I don't have to be here. Finish the rest of the episode by yourself, fucking bitch. Me, that means nothing. I'm out tonight.
Down the runway, we have Kana Ford dressed as a sweet treat.
Like a Filipino dessert.
I don't know what
didn't
the
care.
dessert is.
I loved it.
Oh,
Hey.
the wig, incredible. The stoning detail, incredible. Her makeup, so good this episode.
She does not fuck around with the rhinestones on the face. I really like it.
She is painted like, oh my God. The boa, all the stoning, the sugary details. Sure, underneath it was just like a leotard with a drip shape. I did not care because I saw all the details in every single other bit of that element, every other element of that look.
Yeah, and you could tell she felt good. Like she walked out being like, yeah, eat this up. I'm eating.
I'm Lord of the Ring and you better enjoy it.
All right.
I loved it. Instead of, normally when they're going down the run, you're like, tonight I'm feeling pussy.
I'm serving
and
cunt
I'm
in a
wearing
red
this.
dress. Yeah.
Instead, Kana just decided to give us a recipe. So she's like,
she said, I will share my culture today.
she is the real Julia Childs of the episode.
Oh.
She gave us a recipe and we are ready to eat.
It's a tip.
It's definitely
Great
a
work.
tit.
Yeah, no
so
notes.
good.
No
Love
notes
you,
for Kana.
Kana. So good.
Really, really good job.
Next up, we have Nikita Iman. Oh, No, it's a shit.
Shit.
Okay, we'll just get that
and
out of the way.
let me tell you why.
No.
Let me tell you why. It was like a t-shirt material.
It was a t-shirt material with some bows that looked like it was a reveal. It looked like a walking reveal.
I was like kind of like...
I was like, okay, when are you dropping it? Or what's it turning into? Or,
it was, you know how in improv it's like yes and? Like you kind of wave the next thing. She said yes and. She said no.
She just edged us for the entire runway and then said, no,
not happening.
But
while she did it, she was kind of like, she was serving.
Oh.
She had the confidence thing. Like it's not arrogance. It's just pure. She just has this.
You
kind
compare
of like
her
joy.
to Olivia Dreams last week, who looked like she'd rather be anywhere else than that runway, and arguably had some really nice outfits. But here comes Nikita wearing a blob,
so like she's
with
like,
a cone on her head.
She was
and
she sold it.
Yeah.
Like I kind of bought it a bit. I was like, this is good. What dessert was she? She
orange
was like
choc chip ice cream, and
Right.
her hair was the cone. I didn't get any.
Where was the orange?
The blob, but it was more like a sherbety, like
a
peach.
pink. It was like a
yeah. Well, but maybe that's the lighting. I'll give the benefit of the doubt.
Sure.
But it didn't give ice cream really. Sure, you're a scoop maybe.
Yeah. I think like the outfit was fine, but like we have a dessert challenge, and it just
Yeah.
didn't like really hit the brief. The girls sometimes, and I did this for sure, they like over conceptualize what they're trying to do.
Oh, that ball was not over conceptualized.
It was under conceptualized.
Yeah, that was just.
But
a
like she
blob.
was like, how can I represent like this ice cream, the
She at
orange
least had a
ice
story.
cream? Whereas I feel like some of the girls were like, I'm gonna be a cunty wedding cake.
Yes,
That's it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
We got it.
I'll give you a tip for her confidence because I'm starting to
Oh,
really enjoy it.
She's
like,
so kind. Like
Yeah.
you could never.
Yeah, like,
Nikita is so kind.
I'm starting to really enjoy
She's
that from her.
kind.
But the outfit was awful, and
I will shit.
yeah, it's a shit for the
Yes, I will
outfit.
shit.
Next up, we have Brenda Breast as Bubble O'Bill.
This
So fucking good. This is her episode. She aced Snatch Game, and she has one of the most chaotically camp runways. She said, all right, what am I thinking of when I think of desserts? Ice cream. Bubble O'Bill.
And just the fact that she thought of it
Yes.
was enough to make me like kind of scream out of my chair. And then it was also an awesome outfit. She was
Yes.
blowing bubbles. She had
Yes.
the nose. She was riding that paddle pop.
Yeah. Oh, and for anyone
Kind.
that is from outside of Down Under, if you don't have
Yeah.
a Bubble O'Bill ice cream, it's kind of like those cursed SpongeBob ones they have overseas, except ours is this really fun-looking cowboy.
Yeah, it's cool.
And his nose is a piece of bubble gum.
Love it.
And the color palette she matched perfectly.
brought bubble gum.
I would look.
What's your critique?
I have a critique.
Okay.
The hat was the wrong size.
And what the fuck do you know about hats?
I am very happy
Mm.
to award this from me personally. Mama, that's pussy. Yes! This is the type of cowboy I wanted to see, baby.
It was great. What's wrong with this cowboy?
This is the one I wanted to see. Good on you, Brenda.
It was great.
Good on you.
Great.
Speaking of great runways, it's time for another good one, and that is Miss Mandy Moobs as a licorice all sort.
Okay.
Yes!
The reaction when we
we
watched
were
this,
screaming.
it was Mandy
Oh.
Moobs.
Loved it.
Seamstress down.
Yes.
Down. And the confidence when she was like, I
Yeah,
did it.
what I've been waiting for
Yeah.
from Mandy and what I know. She's so good with her sewing when it's she does the intricate designs of various different pattern pieces and panels and everything. I'm so jealous. I want one of these.
The hair was perfect.
It matched so well. You had licorice also earrings.
Correct material as well. Like, if you're going to do any
Yes.
material, do PVC. It's shiny. It's plasticky.
The way all the panels were cut made her look even more curvy and fun, and the collar and the titties. Fuck.
Mama, that's pussy.
It is. I'm
Are
giving
you
two
giving
out
it
this
two?
week. Yeah.
2 in a row?
I am for different reasons. They're
It's-
both.
Mandy Moobs, put it on the Wikipedia.
Yes, Mama That's Pussy to Mandy
Double
Moobs.
girl.
Well done.
Great job. Loved it.
Lastly, we have Lucina Innocence
Yeah.
as syrup, for your pancakes. I loved it. I thought it was really cool.
gorgeous, really gorgeous. The right colors with the browns and the gold. I was like, oh, it's just pancakes.
I felt like she was trying to reference that Lady Gaga look where she's covered in the slime with a giant hat. The way that the drips were out of like a glittery material, which we didn't see. We've seen a lot of drips in this runway, but instead she's like, I'll use the glitter. So they glistened, which was really cool.
Slay.
And they were draped and hung off the hats really well.
You
And
did
those giant
great.
fucking shoes.
I think I maybe wish the material was almost like a bit matte.
Yes.
I think she could have benefited from something that Mandy did, which is a bit shinier.
Yes.
We're nitpicking
When-
because
yeah.
it was good.
It was really, really good.
It was good. I will tit.
Tit.
Like, it was a great
Mhm.
look. I honestly think great runway.
It was like, oh.
It just got better and better. We were screaming and screaming and screaming. And the final shot of them all in a line.
Yes.
You guys looked
Oh,
awesome.
I was saying while we were watching, I was like, this makes me so excited. This makes me really proud of Drag Race Down Under because the girls showed up, you know?
It felt like true Aussie
Yeah.
down under drag.
Like,
Like, it felt good.
I would proudly show this episode to someone from overseas and be like, this is what our drag is. So well done, everyone. For the tops and bottoms, we have
Vibiana,
Vibe,
Mandiana, Brendiana,
Mandy, Brendy, Kana,
Maxi,
Max.
and Nakuda.
There you go. I agree with all of this.
Yeah, I did too.
Yep.
I really did. Like, so many people I think have like differing opinions, and they always feel like that their fave was robbed. But I really feel like this episode, no one's going to be complaining. That was fair.
Pretty clear, like from what we've been fed, that it's going to be Brenda.
Yeah.
But the other ones get some really great critiques as well.
I like that your cherries match
Oh my
your
God, that was so
lips.
funny. Lady Hawk, yes, your cherries match your lips. Good girl.
She was like, "You're wearing a costume."
Yeah.
Wow.
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 Oh, glitter.
So is that that's a wig, right? Just checking. Like, it was.
How tall are you in those heels?
Oh,
How long
do you
does it
do your
take-
own makeup?
Yeah.
Ah! What's your real name?
Oh my God, stop it. What's your real job? Like, what do you do though? Like, what's your job?
And you go, I'm at work.
Yeah, can
and
you-
like, you're paying me.
I would love that. If they just bring in some random person who's just asking off-kilter questions, I'd love it. That should be a drag
It's a
race
mini
challenge.
challenge. It's a mini challenge.
Oh, you get sent into a hen's party.
It's like an
and you have
escape
to,
room.
Yeah.
I once had a hen spill beer down my Wigs by Vanity wig.
that.
And I had to like get through. And this is the top of the
And
hens.
the challenge is you have to get paid at the end of the gig. So you have to
Yeah.
behave. So I agree with all of that. The Safe Queens makes sense.
It was fine. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was happy with that. I'm very happy that Lazy has now got like a competition. Brenda is kind of shaping up to be that for her, and as
Yeah.
is Vibe.
Yep.
Amazing. Yeah,
Um,
so this is shaping up to be a really exciting season.
We're back to the main stage.
We have a winner!
And we find out who our winner this week, which is Brenda Breast.
I have to agree. Are you agreeing, girl?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
she won. She won. It was like
Bless the breast, because the breast is
the best and the best and the best
So
and the
good.
best.
We find out that Max has to lip sync, but also Kana has to lip sync, but also
Nikita has to lip sync.
Okay, I don't need a bottom three lip sync at all.
It felt unnecessary in the same way that the double save felt unnecessary. I
Yes.
was like, for what?
What
For-
are we-
Who were your? If there were to be a two, who's your two?
Nikita and Kana.
Okay, mine were probably Max and Kana.
If I put my very well-sized producer hat on, I would say Max and Kana because I know that'd be a fucking good lip sync.
It was a good lip sync. I feel like I was ready for it to be great,
It
but
was not.
because there was three people,
There was no space.
no space. Max is like I knew she was gonna do her classic like cartwheel into.
But we
the
didn't get to see. We
split.
saw that, but then
She
we
had to like be like, hang on, I'm gonna
literally,
do it.
where's the camera? Where's the camera? Oh no, it's like when you're trying to jump rope and you're waiting to like get in.
3, 2.
She's like,
watch
oh.
out! Yeah, and I don't know if Nikita is like a comedy performer.
Oh, okay,
But
so-
she was like, I can't out cunt Max,
Nah.
so I have to be funny.
I can't out trick Kana.
No,
So I'm just gonna whatever.
but it kind of worked.
It wasn't very
I do
good.
think Kana. I don't think Kana lost, but I do think Max won.
I want to see. I haven't seen Max perform yet.
Yeah.
I want to see Max. I want to, and then I had to watch whatever Nikita was doing because that was just.
That was funny. I liked it. First half was cunt,
But
and
no,
she went,
you're-
it's not working. Second half,
Well, she did the Mini Cooper. So
we
you know
we
what?
say goodbye to
Yeah.
our dear friend. Can't afford. It just feels like a loss. Like she's.
I thought we
so-
could have done it. I thought at one stage they were going to do a double elimination because we still have one extra. So I was like,
Mm.
maybe this is how they're like, getting back on
Shit.
track. They're going to get rid of two.
The girls probably thought that as well. And It
Yeah.
would have stressed them out. It would have stressed me out.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed watching her. She has made countless memeable moments
She's
without
so-
even trying. That's my favorite type. It's like a queen that is
Love you,
funny without even trying, without even knowing half the time.
Effortless.
From her Demogorgon culture headpiece
Yeah.
to her whatever she said this week.
She made an impact in 3 episodes. Good job.
Yep.
Kana, we love you.
And I love that runway that you did today. I fucking oath. Like, so good.
Cultural.
Great note to end on. So good.
Good job.
What are your predictions for the next episode? What are you thinking?
We have design challenge time, baby. Very excited. I have full faith.
It better be Mandy's moment now.
You would assume so?
She's been edging. She's a seamstress.
Yeah, and she will let you know. She will let you know.
So with
I love that outfit. I made it.
Is Lazy Susan going to do well on a design challenge?
I don't know if she can sew or not.
Has she got an extra
find out.
gimmick up her sleeve? We don't know.
She's like
we don't
packed the
know.
gimmicks and she's like,
I hope so.
Make this work in my design challenge.
I hope she comes out. I
Who
don't know.
else? Lucina does hair. I don't know if she does outfits.
Nikita, well, we've just seen that she can wear a boa and look good.
And
so,
look good, yeah.
So I'm not worried about her. Oh, who knows?
It could be anyone's game, and design challenges sometimes even throw the seamstresses.
We shall see. But Beverly
Kills.
Thank you so much for coming here to Kick Ons. I hope you've had a fabulous time.
I wanted to say, thank you for having me so much. I actually brought a gift for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know that you're a published author, so I actually wanted to give you a copy of my first book. I've written a book, and it's called Life is Shit. And it's a collection of the 30 queens I feel like you maybe missed. I feel like who's like a good queen. I think you could have maybe included Beverly Kills.
Stop it.
In
That
your
is
book.
heaven.
She's a good example.
No, that
Who's
is
another
good.
queen that I've got? Oh, of course, you couldn't of course forget Beverly Kills.
Oh, no, that is another good
She
one
was
there.
forgotten
Yeah,
as well.
no, she
and
is
I want to
good.
say thank you so much for writing the foreword as well. Artsman's actually written the
What
foreword.
did I say there? Yep.
It says, Beverly, sweetheart, darling, I keep getting clips from your live streams and viewing parties sent to me. Is there something you'd like to say to me directly?
There you go.
Yes, there is. Why wasn't I in your book?
Heaven.
Bitch. Thanks for coming to Kick-Ons.
Thank you so much for joining us here at Kick-Ons. My name is Art Simone. You've been absolutely fabulous, and we will see you next week for a brand new episode. So make sure you come on over after you've watched Drag Race Down Under Season 4, streaming on Stan and Wow Presents Plus. Bye!
They're off to get married, found themselves a great honking die.
Oh, what does that specifically entail? Hello?